Your all-naughty Christmas Evil wasn't just a low-budget holiday horror movie, it was a psychological time bomb disguised as tinsel and cheer. Behind its grimy New Jersey locations and handmade Santa suits, chaos erupts. Crews fracture, endings vanish, studios panic, viewers miss what really happens. This is a film that scares executives more than audiences. You're about to hear 15 weird facts about Christmas Evil, including one secret ending they tried to erase. Fact number 15. The film was almost destroyed by its own title. Christmas Evil is not born as Christmas Evil, it is born as You Better Watch Out, a title meant to echo warning, not irony, but distributors panic. The phrase sounds like a slasher. The movie is not that, not blood-soaked spectacle, but psychological decay. Marketing collapses before release. Posters promise violence that never comes. Audiences walk in expecting carnage and leave disturbed instead. Reviews turn hostile. What audiences do not know is that the title change is a last-minute gamble by the studio. Executives believe shock sells. They are wrong. Drive-ins refuse to book it. Theaters quietly pull it after confused walkouts. Fact number 14. Brandon Maggart nearly breaks under the role. Harry Stadling is not performed, he is inhabited. Brandon Maggart stays in character for long stretches, even when cameras stop rolling. Crew members notice changes. He avoids small talk, he watches people, he whispers lines to himself between takes. This is not method acting theater. This is obsession bleeding into reality. What audiences do not know is that several crew members grow uncomfortable. They stop joking around him. The Santa suit becomes a barrier. Maggart later admits the role affects him deeply because it mirrors childhood trauma themes he never expected to explore on screen. Fact number 13. The movie is shot like a documentary on purpose. Director Lewis Jackson rejects traditional horror framing. No glossy lighting, no stylish camera moves. Instead, he chooses flat compositions and long takes. The camera observes rather than attacks. What audiences do not know is that Jackson wants the film to feel like surveillance, like you are watching someone slowly fall apart without intervention. The Christmas decorations are not festive. They are oppressive, crowded, suffocating. Production design uses real locations dressed cheaply on purpose. The goal is discomfort, not spectacle. Dailies confuse the producers. Fact number 12. The infamous opening is based on a real observation. The opening scene of young Harry witnessing Santa in bed with his mother shocks audiences even now. What most do not know is that the scene is not written for shock alone. Lewis Jackson bases it on documented childhood misinterpretation psychology. Children seeing adult behavior they cannot process often reframe it into trauma. This is not exploitation, it is clinical. The film establishes its thesis immediately. Christmas is not joy for Harry, it is confusion weaponized by ritual. Studio notes push back hard, executives want the scene cut. Jackson refuses. He argues without it, the film collapses. Fact number 11. The Toy Factory is a real exploitation space. The factory scenes are not exaggerated satire, they are grounded in real labor practices. Lewis Jackson scouts multiple New Jersey factories before choosing one that looks actively miserable. Fluorescent lights, endless repetition, no joy. What audiences do not know is that many background workers are actual employees asked to continue their routines during filming. Their exhaustion is real. Their boredom is real. Harry's obsession with quality toys clashes with corporate indifference intentionally. This is not just a character detail, it is a class critique. The film positions Harry as both victim and threat. Fact number 10, the kill count is intentionally minimal. Christmas Evil refuses to behave like a slasher. There are very few deaths. That is not budgetary restraint, it is philosophy. Lewis Jackson believes fear comes from identification, not spectacle. Harry does not kill to thrill. He kills when fantasy collapses. What audiences did not know is that early drafts include more violence. They are cut during rehearsal. Jackson strips scenes down until only emotional necessity remains. Go ahead and like and subscribe because this film proves horror does not need bodies to be devastating. Fact number 9. The Santa suit becomes a psychological trigger. The Santa costume is not just disguise, it is transformation. Brandon Maggart treats the suit like armor. Once it is on, Harry speaks differently, moves differently. What audiences did not know is that scenes are scheduled, so all Santa scenes are shot consecutively. This keeps the performance consistent and unstable. Crew members notice the switch instantly. Off costume, Harry is quiet. In costume, he commands space. The suit allows him permission, not to hide, but to act. The film suggests identity is performative, society rewards the costume, not the man. That idea is more disturbing than any murder. Christmas does not save Harry. Fact number 8. The neighborhood scenes are shot without permits. Several exterior scenes are filmed guerrilla style, no permits, no crowd control. Real reactions are captured. People stare at Santa, behaving oddly because they think he is real. What audiences did not know is that some confusion on screen is genuine. Jackson wants unpredictability. He wants discomfort. This approach saves money but adds risk. Police nearly shut down one night shoot. The chaos feeds the film's realism. Harry does not feel staged. He feels intrusive, like someone breaking social rules in public space. That tension cannot be faked. It is not cinematic fear. Fact number 7. The score is designed to feel emotionally wrong. The music refuses to guide you. It does not build scares. It drifts. Composer Don. Christensen avoids traditional horror cues. Instead, he creates tones that feel slightly off, childlike but uneasy. What audiences did not know is that Christmas melodies are deliberately avoided. No comfort, no nostalgia. The score mirrors Harry's internal state. Familiar sounds stripped of warmth. This confuses viewers subconsciously. You expect emotional release. It never comes. The music denies it. The result is exhaustion, not excitement, and that is the point. By the end, you do not feel scared. You feel hollow. That emotional wrongness lingers long after the credits fade. Fact number 6. The ending was never meant to be explained. The final moments are intentionally ambiguous. No confirmation, no logic, no escape route. What audiences did not know is that Jackson refuses to clarify it even decades later. He believes explanation ruins the effect. Is it fantasy? Is it death? Is it madness? The film does not choose. That refusal enrages studios. Test audiences demand answers. They never get them. The ending is not a twist. It is a mirror. You see what you bring to it. That is why it lasts. Not closure, discomfort. The film ends the way it lived. Quiet, unresolved, and impossible to forget. Fact number 5, the film was quietly pulled after early screenings, after limited theatrical play dates. Christmas Evil begins disappearing, not officially banned, just quietly removed. What audiences did not know is that several theaters report angry reactions rather than fear. Viewers feel disturbed, not entertained. Some complain it feels cruel. Others say it feels too real. Distributors see risk, not profit. Bookings vanish. No press campaign follows. The film slips into obscurity almost immediately. This is not failure by numbers. It is failure by discomfort. Studios realize they cannot control the conversation around it. The movie does not scare safely. It unsettles deeply. Fact number 4. John Waters saves the film from oblivion. For years, Christmas Evil exists only on bootlegs and late-night tapes. Then John Waters intervenes. He publicly calls it his favorite Christmas movie, not ironically, sincerely. What audiences did not know is that this endorsement resurrects the film. Cult audiences take notice. Reappraisals begin. Critics revisit it with fresh eyes. The film is no longer judged as a slasher. It is reevaluated as character study. Waters understands its subversion. Not Santa as killer, but Santa as symptom. His praise reframes the narrative. Suddenly the movie is ahead of its time. That single voice pulls it back from obscurity. Fact number 3. The film predicts modern prestige horror. Long before slow burn psychological horror becomes fashionable, this film is already doing it. No jump scares, no excess gore, just tension and empathy eroding simultaneously. What audiences did not know is how influential this structure becomes decades later. Films like Joker and Taxi Driver style character descents echo here. Harry is not framed as monster first. He is framed as man. That perspective is radical for its era. The movie does not ask who he will kill. It asks when society stops seeing him. That approach ages better than spectacle. Time vindicates it. What once felt awkward now feels prophetic. The film does not chase trends. It accidentally invents one. Fact number 2. The original ending is considered too dangerous. Test audiences react badly to the intended ending, not because it is confusing, because it offers no moral correction, no punishment, no lesson. Studios panic. They fear viewers will read it as endorsement or escape. What audiences did not know is that internal memos described the ending as irresponsible. The ambiguity feels like refusal to condemn. That terrifies executives. Horror is allowed to shock. It is not allowed to complicate morality. The ending challenges the idea that madness must be explained or stopped, that uncertainty feels threatening. So pressure mounts to soften it, to reframe it, to hide it, not because it is unclear, but because it is clear in the worst possible way. Fact number one, the film refuses to condemn its protagonist. Most horror films eventually draw a line. This one never does. Harry is not redeemed, but he is not demonized either. What audiences did not know is how intentional this neutrality is. Lewis Jackson believes judgment belongs to the viewer. The film presents behavior, not verdict. That is deeply uncomfortable. You are forced to sit with empathy and horror at the same time. The film does not absolve Harry. It simply refuses to simplify him. That refusal is why it still unsettles. You are not told how to feel. You are asked if you recognize the conditions that create him. That question lingers longer than any scare, and it is why the film endures.